What is up, you guys? My name is Breyonna, and today I'm going to share with you guys how to get this kind of like grungy sunset smoky eye using one of my all-time favorite palettes right now, and that is the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette from Morphe. And seriously, I am so obsessed with this one. Like, if you're into these types of colors, it is such a fun palette to use. And if you'd like to see my original review on it or all of the other looks I have done with it, I'll have them linked in the description box down below for you. But seriously, like, I am so obsessed with how this turned out. Like, it's bright, it's smoky, it has that little hint of grunginess to it. Like, I am just, like, it is one of my favorite looks. But before we jump into this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and also give this video a like. And if you'd like to check me out over on my Instagram page, it is @lethal_kid. So before we start doing the eye look, we gotta prime our eyelids first, and I'm just gonna use my favorite eye primer, which is from ABH. So the palette that we are going to be using today is none other than the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette from Morphe, and like, I don't know about you guys, but I love the color story of this one. Maybe it's because I'm a huge sucker for purple, but she is pretty. And the reason that I want to use this palette though is I want to do like a really grungy, kind of like sunset smoky eye, and I feel like this palette is going to be perfect for it. So the first shade that we are going to be going in with is this beautiful bright yellow shade called No Joke. And I'm just going to be popping this shade right into my crease, and I'm going to be using this BH Cosmetics No. 5 brush of the Lavender Luxe set, which is literally my favorite brush set. Like, hands down, I cannot recommend it enough. And I'm just going to start building it up to make it look like it does in the pan, just so it's super intense for the shadows that we apply in a minute. Okay, but like this yellow though, she is pigmented. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm obsessed with it. But the next shade that I want to go in with, I don't think I have used yet, and that is this beautiful brighter orange shade called My Man. I don't know why, but with the name of that shadow, I just want to go My Man. I don't know why, it just sounds really sassy. But I'm going to take it on this BH Cosmetics No. 7 brush, again out of the Lavender Luxe set. And I'm just going to be popping that right into my crease, as well as using it to run down my outer V. And then I'm going to do these little circular motions to blend that into the yellow. But ooh baby, like that one's pigmented too. Like, I actually really like this palette. I think it's a lot of fun. You might want to be a little careful with this orange. It might overpower things, because it is super intense. You probably don't have to build this one up, but I'm just going to do a second layer because I want to see how intense it can get. And ooh, like, that is such a pretty color. Like, it's almost kind of like a neon orange in a way, but it's not like super neon. But it has like that brightness to it. Now this next step is where things are going to start getting a little bit more on the dark grungy glam side, and we're going to go in with this really dark red shade in the palette called Crazy. And using this brush from the BH Cosmetics Marble Luxe set, I don't know what it's called because the name rubbed off because I've used it so much. But I'm just going to be applying that right into my crease ever so slightly, and doing these little circular motions to blend that into the orange. And I'm also using it to round out my outer V. And when you're working with this shade, I cannot recommend enough to work in light layers, just because it makes it a little bit easier to work with, as well as it makes it so you don't get so many harsh lines. And then I'm just going to start building up this shade again in really light layers. But oh, I love how this red looks, because it's like a really dark red, but it has like a little hint of brown to it, so it goes really well with the neutrals in here. Now you could leave this right here, but honestly, I want this look like a little bit darker, so I'm going to go in with a black matte shadow in the palette called Temptress. Now, even though Temptress is really giving me the temptation to like dip my brush really hard into it, you do not want to do that. You want to have barely any on here, just so it's a little bit easier to control. And then I'm just going to lightly apply it right into my crease, just to help deepen things up just a little bit. I'm also rounding out my outer V. And the brush that I'm using is again from BH Cosmetics. It is a No. 6 out of the Lavender Luxe set. It's really nice for crease work. And I'm just going to do a second layer with this shadow, and again I'm doing a very light layer of it, just to help deepen things up a little bit more. And if things are looking super chunky monkey on the lid, don't worry about it, because we're going to cut the crease in a second. Man, I'm loving how this is turning out so far. Like, I think it looks so cool. I cannot wait to see what it looks like once we get the lid on. But first things first, we are going to be cutting our crease, and that was my elbow. But I'm just going to use that ABH eye primer. So after cutting my crease, you can kind of see I have a little bit of a situation right here. It's kind of like a harsh line, and I want to get rid of that because it is not cute, and it's also going to make it really hard to blend out that outer V in a second. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit of Temptress, that matte black shadow that we just used, on this BH Cosmetics No. 8 brush out of the Lavender Luxe set, and it's kind of like a pinched blending brush. And once you have it all nice and packed down, I'm just going to start flicking it inwards This will help us blend in our lid shade in a second. And then once you have that all nice and blended, now we're going to start working on the rest of the lid. And I want to go in with this really pretty shimmery purple shade called Good Place. So I'm just going to be packing on this shimmer in the center half of my lid, using this damp and flat shader brush. And when I'm doing this, I'm making sure that I am pressing it in. You don't want to do a swiping motion, otherwise you're going to disturb that base underneath. I mean, like, the shimmer's cute, it's just not like super sparkly, but it is going on really nice. And then using whatever is left on my brush, I'm just going to slightly overlap it with Temptress, that matte black shadow. So for the rest of the lid, we're going to go in with this shade called A Moment, which is kind of like a darker pinky purpley shimmer shade. Then using a different flat shader brush dampen, I'm going to be popping that in the inner third of my lid. And then slightly overlapping it with that purple that we just applied. I gotta say, like, these shimmers are just not intense. Like, I like stuff super sparkly, and these ones just don't have that for me. The ones that we've used, at least. I mean, like, they're cute, I just want them a little bit more intense. So I'm just gonna try, like, building up this shimmer to see if it'll get a little bit more sparkly. Oh yeah. So if you build it up, you can get a little bit more intense. It's just, I don't know, I wish it was just a little bit more, like, pop-in right when you initially apply it. So for liquid liner today, I'm just going to use this one from Morphe since we are using the Jaclyn Hill palette, and this is the Felt Tip Liquid Liner in the shade Ink. So for mascara today, we're just going to go in with this one from Benefit. It is called They're Real. This mascara seriously looks so natural. Like, I am shook. I wore it the other day with, like, no makeup on, and I was like, dang, like, those look like my real lashes. I don't know if you guys have that experience with this one too, but it just looks so pretty. Especially on, like, no makeup days. And then for lashes, I'm just going to use these ones from Morphe. They are in this style Yas Queen. They're super fluttery and kind of long. But I feel like that's going to be perfect for this look. So for face primer today, I want to try out this one from NYX. I've never used it before, and this is the Bear With Me Daily Moisturizing Primer, and it also has SPF in it. This one kind of reminds me of lotion in a way. You know, like a facial lotion where it's kind of like on the thinner side? Gotta say, it does slightly smell like sunscreen, but it's going on really light onto the skin, which I kind of like. Sometimes I feel like primers are just like a little too thick. They have like a weird kind of like waxy feel to them sometimes. But this one feels really nice. It definitely feels like a lightweight moisturizer. You know, the more that I think about it, it doesn't smell like sunscreen because it doesn't smell like I'm going to the beach, but it has like that lotiony scent to it. So I was going through my foundations this morning trying to find one I haven't used in a while, and I found this one from ABH, and this is the Aluminous Foundation in shade 130N, and I don't think I have used this one since it launched, but unfortunately it is way too dark for me. So I'm going to mix it in with a little bit of this concealer from ColourPop. It is the Pretty Fresh in shade Fair 07C. So this is kind of what I'm thinking of mixing, so it's like 5 little like scoops of the ColourPop concealer and then about a pump and a half of the ABH foundation. And I'm just going to mix it in with this Morphe sponge. I really like this sponge. I think it's really nice. And I'm just going to apply it using this sponge as well. Oh yeah, that is definitely a shade I can wear. Now I'm hoping that these two mix together really well. I'm assuming that they would because this concealer is kind of like a hydrating one. And also the foundation has like a hydrating formula to it too. It has like that dewy look to it. So I'm assuming that they'll go well together. But I'm not 100% sure. But so far it seems like it's giving me coverage and it's going on really nice. If this works out though, I'll have to do this more. Because I really want to go through some of my makeup right now. Man, I love how my skin looks right now. Like, that just looks so nice. If this works out for me and doesn't get creasy or weird, I'll definitely be doing this combination again. Because this shade is literally perfection. And it's just giving me, like, the right amount of coverage, too. I'm like, man, like, I'm having a good skin day right now. And then for cream contour, I'm just going to go in with my favorite, which is the Fenty Match Stick in the shade Amber. But man, I'm just really impressed with how that foundation looks so far. Like, it looks so nice. Like, why haven't I mixed it sooner? And then using that Morphe sponge, I'm just going to start tapping out my contour. And when I tap it out, I like to tap it out towards my hairline. Just to make sure everything is all nice and snatched. Because if you tap it inwards, it's not going to really draw a lot of attention to your face. And it might give you some really weird shadows. And also when I blend it, I don't swipe. I do a stippling motion. So I go up and down. So for concealer today, I'm just going to go back in with that one from ColourPop. And again, I'm using shade Fair 07C. I'm just going to be applying it right underneath my eyes, Just a little bit. My nose, in my smile lines because they are looking deep, and then a little bit on my chin. And then again, I'm just going to start blending it out with that Morphe sponge. I feel like this concealer just does not get enough love. Like, it just has like the nicest coverage to it, and it's not drying. Like, if you have dry skin, you should try this one out. Because when my skin is super dry, like, this one works perfectly for me. Because it doesn't get cakey or weird, and it also doesn't crease like a mess either. And we cannot forget the nosy. And to set this baby in place, I'm just going to use my favorite powder, which is from Laura Mercier. And first, I'm just going to do it in the areas where we apply the concealer, just to make sure I don't crease. So underneath my eyes, around my nose, especially like in this like little like nostril area. Like, I crease so bad there. I don't know about you guys, but like it gets chunky. Especially like in summer when I get like a little bit more sweaty, like it's just a no-go. Like, it just gets messy. I'm also going to do my smile lines right away because when I'm talking or if I'm laughing and smiling, they get creasy. So for powder contour today, I'm just going to use this blush from ColourPop in the shade Matchmaker, which makes like the perfect contour powder. And I'm just going to go in with this BH Cosmetics number 3 brush of the Lavender Luxe set. I'm just going to be applying it in those areas where we apply the cream contour, just to help bring a little bit more color back to the face and get everything all nice and snatched. So once you have that all nice and done, the next thing that we are going to be doing is applying lipstick just to get some balance with our face. And I'm going to go in with this one from ABH, and this is the matte lipstick in this shade Soft Touch, and it's kind of like a nudie pink. So I'm just going to go in with this new lip product from NYX. It is called Filler Instinct, and I'm going to go in with shade, what are you called? Beach Casual. I'm going to see if I can get rid of some of that pinkiness of Soft Touch. Okay, but like my lips, they're feeling tingly. Is this a plumping product and I didn't realize it? I mean, it might be because it has filler in the name of it. I'm trying to figure out if it's like on the packaging or not. Yup, it says plumping lip color. And I mean, it doesn't burn and it doesn't sting. It just has like that, I don't know. You know, like when you have hot sauce and it gets on your lips a little bit and it has like that tingly feel? Like, that's what it feels like to me. Like, it doesn't feel like my lips are irritated. It doesn't feel like my skin is burning. It just has like a spicy feel to it. So now we're going to start working on the lower lash line, and I'm first going to line my waterline and kind of smoke it downwards using this pencil from ABH, and this one is called Dark Side. And then before that sets in place, I'm just going to take a little bit of Crazy on this Morphe like little shading brush. It's from their holiday eye set. I'm just doing back and forth motions. So once you have that lower lash line all nice and smoked down, now we're going to start doing the inner corner highlight, which you guys know is my absolute favorite part. And I think I want to go in with this pinky shimmery shade called I'm In It. And then using this little BH Cosmetics, what are you called, number 10 brush out of the Lavender Luxe set, I'm going to be packing the shade out of this into my inner corner. And I'm also bringing it underneath the inner tear duct area to open up the eye. You do have to build this one up though, which is kind of annoying, but at the same time it gets super, super sparkly. Every time I do my inner corner, I always have like these inner eye boogies everywhere. Man, do I love this shimmer shade though. Like, she's pretty. Like, yeah, you have to do a couple of layers to get it super intense, but at the end, like, it looks really awesome. So for blush today, I'm just going to go in with one of my all-time favorites, and that is from Benefit. This one is in the shade Dandelion, and it's kind of like a cool tone, kind of like neutrally mauve. And I'm just going to stipple it onto my cheekbones using this BH Cosmetics number 4 brush out of the Lavender Luxe set. And I'm not going to do like a crazy amount of blush today either. I just want it for balance reasons. And this blush is perfect for it because it's not like super crazy pigmented and it has like a really nice natural look to it. So for highlighter today, I want to go in with this Sugar Glow Kit from Anastasia. I haven't used this in a while. And I want to go in with this really pretty like yellowy gold shade called Marshmallow. And then using this Anastasia A23 highlighting brush, I'm just going to be stippling this right on top of my cheekbones. Oh yeah. I love Marshmallow. It is such a pretty highlight. Unfortunately, I can't wear the other shades in this palette because they're just a little too dark for my skin tone. But this one is absolutely stunning. Because Marshmallow is kind of like a white gold, but it has like a little bit more of like a yellow undertone to it. And last but not least, we're going to be setting our face using this product from NYX. It is the Bear With Me Revitalize and Set Multitasking Spray. And I'm just going to shake this baby up real quick. Make sure it's all nice and mixed together. Ooh, that mister is really nice. Like, it is super fine. Like, it doesn't feel like a shower. The scent isn't overwhelming either. It just feels really nice in the face, and it kind of has like a natural scent to it. Like, it doesn't smell like perfumey by no means. So here's the finish look using the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette from Morphe, and seriously, I am so obsessed with how this turned out. I don't know about you guys, but I love grungy sunset smoky eyes, and with a purple lid, like, this is totally my thing. And I seriously think that this palette is so underrated. Like, it is really good. Like, if you love the colors of this palette, you will absolutely love the formula. It's super pigmented and just very easy to work with, and overall, it's just a really fun palette. So since we did try out some newer products today, I do want to talk about them for a second, but keep in mind I have only used them once. But let's talk about this primer from NYX that we used, the Bear With Me Daily Moisturizing Primer with SPF 30 in it. And overall, I love how this felt on the skin, and I felt like it really made my foundation look really nice too. It's just a really nice lightweight moisturizer with SPF in it, and if you're looking for a product like this, I would definitely recommend trying this one out. As for the Filler Instinct that we used over the ABH lipstick, I actually really like this. It has kind of like a balmy feel to it. It kind of reminds me of the Just a Tint from ColourPop if you've ever tried those. So it has like a nice tint to it, but it has like that balmy texture. But the difference is that this is plumping, so if you're not into plumping products, you will not like this one. But if you're into it, this one felt really nice on the lips. As for the setting spray from NYX, I can't say for sure if this made my makeup last any longer, but I will say it did get rid of that powdery feel that I had on my skin, and also I love the mister of it. It is super refreshing, and it doesn't feel like a shower. Like, it's just a really nice lightweight mist, and I don't know about you guys, but I am super picky with my misters because I don't want to shower. Like, if I use a setting spray and it's like a shower, it literally always ruins my makeup, and this one did not do it to me. And also what's really nice about this is that it didn't put a film on my face or on my clothing, because I hate when setting sprays do that. Like, it literally is my biggest peeve with them, because I don't want to touch my face and have like a tackiness, and I also don't want to ruin my clothes and have like a film on them. And this one did not do it to me. So if you're like me on that, this one will not do you dirty. In the comments down below, let me know if you'd like to see more looks using the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette, because if you guys would like to see them, I'd be happy to film them, because I don't know about you guys, but I am really obsessed with this palette, and if I can get more uses out of it, I will definitely take it. But as always though, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and also give this video a like. And if you'd like to check me out over on my Instagram page, it is @lethal_kitten. And I'll talk to you guys later.